G'day, I'm Warwick Schiller, and today I want to talk about horses that, like a young horse that when you're first riding it in a round pen or something, might be rubbing your leg, squashing your leg into the fence. I recently had someone ask me on my Facebook group about, what to do if a horse, is going around the round pen rubbing your leg on the fence. And one of the answers that someone gave was, "Oh, when my horse does that, I just kick him." And I replied to that lady and I said, well, you're trying to make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy. And part of making the wrong thing hard is you're going to do whatever you're going to do while they're still doing it. Okay? If your horse is squashing your leg, I don't know if I can get in over there. There you go. If your horse is squashing your leg against the fence, you can't kick him. So obviously that girl, when her horse is no longer squashing her leg against the fence, when it got off the fence, she went, "Hey, you rotten mongrel," and then she kicked it. Well, he was no longer doing it. So part of having good timing is doing things while it's happening. But my response to that whole question was, you're trying to make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy. And that doesn't necessarily always mean asking them to do the thing you want them to do. Really what you're trying to do, well, I'm trying to do for the most part, to change a horse's mind is ask him to do something he can't do without doing the thing I want him to do. And I know that's a long, involved statement. I know you've probably heard me say it on here before, but for the most part, all the exercises that you do training horses, you don't actually ask them to actually change the body part you want them to change. You ask them to do something they can't do without changing the body part they want to change. And so all I suggested this girl does is, if your horse is rubbing your leg on the fence, I'll get him over real close to the fence right here. If your horse is rubbing your leg on the fence, all you need to do is ask him to turn to the fence. Just pull on this rein and you'll see right about there, he had to get his hind end away from the fence so he could make that turn. I'll show you going this way. So if this horse is over here and he's squashing your leg in the fence like that, all you're going to do is pull on this rein, and right there, you've asked him to make the turn, and he said, well, hang on, I can't make this turn this close to the fence. Let me give myself some room so I can make the turn. So every time they go to squash your leg on the fence right then, pull their nose over towards that fence, and they will have to get off of that fence in order to get around the turn. He's touching the fence, I bring my hand over here, he comes off the fence and makes that turn. So it's a pretty simple answer because there's not much else you can do. You can't bump them with your leg while they're on there because they're squashing your leg against the fence. But after a while, it's a lot of hard work making those sharp turns in that small space. So they will tend to, if every time they push your leg into the fence, they have to do that, after a while they go, well, hang on, I might have to turn here in a minute. Let me give myself some room, and I'll get on the fence like this, because right now, see right there, if I'm this far off the fence, he doesn't have to get his body ready to turn. Right here, he can just turn. And so just that little exercise, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's useful to know how to do that. So I hope that helps. We'll see you guys next time.